Do you believe in God?
Kion, this is my first time joining here, right?
Do you believe in God?
I don't,
Why? Why don't you believe in God?
and I think you knew it, and I know that you know the reason also. I don't understand why you're just repeating these questions. But let me answer. I don't believe in any God because I don't see good evidence. That's why.
God evidence?
Good evidence, yeah.
Okay. Give me a second, I'll be back.
Be back. Okay, take your time. Hmm. Okay. Chompo. Human. Oh, Skelly. Welcome.
Hello.
Uh, Hello,
Hey.
philosopher. So, what would you consider as good? Wait, can you repeat? You said there's no evidence of God existence.
I said there's no good evidence.
There's no evidence.
Yeah.
So, sorry for asking, but to you, what is a good evidence of God existence?
What is the good evidence for God existence? It depends on the
Yeah.
God claim. Let's entertain the idea. Just let's think about one specific God. What's your suggestion?
Let's just say, let's just yeah. Okay. I grew up in a Buddhist society, and
Okay.
in within our society, right, a Buddhist society is that everybody should aspire to be a good person and to be charitable and to just generally be a good person.
Okay. Where is God here?
Well, he's not here with me physically, but is it a requirement for him
No. When I
to
say
prove it?
where is, I didn't ask the location. I mean, so
I mean
your question is,
spiritually.
what's the good evidence for God? And I said depends on the God. So I want to know what kind of a God is that?
Well, a god. In Buddhism, we don't believe in a god that created everything. We believe that we, we, we believe in many gods actually,
Any gods?
and
Okay. Okay. Then tell me which one is the most famous one.
oh, the Buddha.
Buddha. Okay, so you should give me details about Buddha because if the question comes, what is good evidence for Buddha for you? I need to know who is Buddha.
Okay, so the Buddha is someone who. Okay, so Buddha is a royalty. So it's a royalty from India. He 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 basically abandoned all of his wealth to live a more simpler life, and he seek enlightenment.
Okay, is he still alive?
He's not alive because he exists maybe maybe a couple thousand of years ago, or no, a couple hundred years ago.
Hmm.
So during the medieval time,
Okay, so he was a human.
he was a human,
Okay, then we're not talking about God here.
but he is God. He basically becomes God after what is that word in English?
What's the word?
He trained himself to be a god, not trained to be a god specifically, but he real uh okay he relinquished all of his belongings, and he he becomes a god through hardship.
Okay, but like give me something makes a difference. Like to be able to understand what is God, you should give me more details. So like now, like I understand like God is like a title, like engineer
Yeah,
or
god's it's a title.
okay, so he was still human.
Hmm. Oh, so for you, God is someone who created the universe.
No, no. I mean, I could call it God also, but if you're saying that, oh, he was just a human, and God is just a title, like being a good person or being again an artist or singer. So if it's such a title for a human, then I believe that there was a guy called Buddha.
Hmm.
But the word God is used right now for, mostly a creator of the universe.
Yeah, because of the two biggest religion,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
but
why
it's not
I
always
go,
the case.
yeah, that's not always the case. And Buddhists mostly don't have the God concept also. That's not always the case also. Right? And that's why I go with the flow, the majority. They have a concept, God, and they mean the creator of the universe. So I tend to accept that definition.
Oh, okay. So according to you, okay, whatever. Um,
Yeah, but if it's just a human, I don't see good evidence even. Like if you claim that, oh, there was a guy called Buddha, he lived centuries ago. Okay, I mean, probably he lived. Yeah,
yeah, but like there should be no reason for him not to be God.
there should be no reason for him to be God. Well, what does that
If
mean?
he, according to Buddhism, he can be God if he train himself enough, if he relinquish all of his wealth and sacrifice his all of the wealth that he has and live a more simpler life. That's according to Buddhism. He will eventually
Okay.
be a god,
Are you sure that it's being a god or being like a god?
being a god.
Okay, if that's the definition of God, I believe that there are such people lived in the past, but still, I just call them humans.
Okay, that's fair though because that's fair.
I didn't know that you were Buddhist.
I'm not a Buddhist. I'm an atheist, but it's just something that I know from my society.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I said my society were Buddhist majority, not because because Buddhism doesn't tell you that you should be a Buddhist in order to be a good person like some other religion. Like
Okay.
mhm. Oh, this is quite dead end, huh? I don't know where to go from here. I don't really want to prove God existence either. I just want to share.
That would be weird after you said you're an atheist.
Yeah, but like uh agnostic atheist, that's the
It's me.
terms. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, because I don't believe that God exists, or nor do I believe God doesn't exist, because because scientifically there's no evidence whether or not God exists or not. Like we cannot prove that God exists, nor do we disprove God existence.
Oh, don't you think it might be different based on what kind of God you're talking about or which God you're talking about?
True.
Because some
Like in
God concepts are already contradictory.
such as
For example, an Abrahamic God claims to be all powerful, all merciful, all loving, but when we look at the existence, we see a lot of suffering. So that seems very contradictory.
true.
Yeah, and if people are, people may come with a lot of definitions, and if there is some contradiction, if it creates some contradiction, then there's no need to even believe. Like we can easily say, "Oh, there's no such a thing. It's contradictory."
Yeah. So if God doesn't exist, where do you think we would go after we died? Is it just a black screen forever?
Seemingly, that's the case. Like, right? We
Yeah, but isn't that
bury the dead bodies, or we burn them, and then they become dust, or they become
isn't
soil.
isn't that quite depress to know that
No,
when we die we go to nowhere and we got deleted from existence
i-
forever?
if you don't focus on that much, it's okay because after you die, there won't be probably you to feel to have stress. So if everything will cease to exist about you, then there's nothing to worry about, I think.
Maybe God does exist, but he intentionally makes religions ambiguous for us so we don't have to worry about how we should worship him. All right.
Uh,
That's my questions. That's just a shower thought, but I
Okay,
would like to know about your opinion.
he wants to worship himself. I mean,
No,
he
and
wants.
what I mean is that what if, right? What if God does exist, but he knows that we're gonna worship him. So he intentionally makes religion ambiguous so that we can have different interpretation of who he is,
Yeah,
a-
but what purpose?
for the purpose of maybe he doesn't want to be worshipped, or maybe that's his way of creating diversity.
Diversity, but for what? Because people
For
believe in
maybe,
different gods.
yeah, that's I and different society, different religion create different culture, right? And different culture creates different results. And
Different gods.
not different god. Yeah, maybe there are gods and maybe there are just one god. I'm not sure. Like I said, um, there's no proof there's no way to disprove God existence because science doesn't know everything.
But we don't know if there's God or not. But and if there's a God, we don't know how he feels things.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that
Mm.
it's okay for him to just look at how people are killing each other because of him? Because many religions they cause a lot of wars. They killed each other. And you're saying that maybe this God is okay with being ambiguous to humans and enjoys the diversity. So isn't that scary a little bit because of that ambiguity, people are still killing each other.
Well, actually, I have an explanation for that, and it's because not because of religion. People use religion as a justified to do harms to other people. For example, in the 1400s, the Portugal, I don't know if it's the Portugal or the Spain's, they invaded. Well, the reason why they invade. Oh, okay, let me rephrase this a bit. So during the 1400s, there's an expeditions led by some white guy from Spain, um, and the reason why this expeditions, I'm sorry, is basically to exploit or steal the riches from the Southern American tribes somewhere in modern day. Oh, let me open Google Map. I don't know modern day. I think it's modern day Brazil. And there used to be a tribe that has gold and riches. And the reason why he set on this expedition is to steal those gold and riches and share it to the crown, because back then the crown was sponsoring this expeditions. And one of the justification for them to go to this land and steal their gold and jewelry is to spread Christianity, but they're not really there to spread that religion. They're there to just exploit the populations, right? So no, my point, I think is, yeah, it's modern day. I'm sorry, I'm being very not being very cohesive with what I'm saying. It's modern day Peru, and I just learned about this a couple hours ago from YouTube. Um, oh, my point is that people use religions as a reason to do harms to other people. The religion itself is not is do not promote harms to these people, but the
Pretty
way
sure.
we interpret it.
But like when, for example, when we open the Quran, it says, "Kill them till they accept Islam."
Oh wow, okay, I don't know about that.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, I do know about some violent verse in the Quran where it says has to
I,
kill you have to
I,
kill the kafir and whatever,
uh,
and throw
I
gay
don't
people
wanna.
off the rooftop.
I don't want to straw man the other religions, but I think that there's also violence in other religions.
Yeah, it is.
So then you can't say that it comes from the interpretation of humans. So there's
It
something in
is.
the religion, and they say, "Oh, okay, that's what it says," and
Well, if
then
you bring this argument to a religious person, they would just probably say, "Oh, because these people are invading us, we fight back, and that's why we have this verse." And that's my point too. The people interpretations of the Quran. If people were mostly interpreting the Quran in peaceful way and not very radical, you wouldn't see any of these.
sorry, come again. What was your point?
My point is that when it's it's people interpretations of the verses of the scriptures, not that the religion itself is, you know, is is telling you to kill people, because the Quran can sometimes be very convoluted.
Yeah, yeah, but again, like so, some verses sound so straight. It's not like people are just interpreting.
Well, I'm not into the Quran. I don't like the Quran, but that's my opinions about the. I don't like Islam
Okay,
either.
like but I just gave example because I know the example from the Islam, and as I said, I think there are violence in other religions too. But if those religions are coming from God, doesn't matter like if they're coming from God or not. So we're talking about God watching people, and they see what they do in behalf of God. It doesn't even have to be in the book. Because the God concept is ambiguous, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Yes.
people, that's why people have a lot of interpretations. And
Mhm.
even sometimes they don't follow the book, they do what they think about God, and they create a lot of violence. So it doesn't even have to be in the book. But while
Yeah.
watching, hey, wait a second, it's not even written in any book. Why those guys are killing each other because of me? That that should be the question. And if God is not reacting, that to me it seems like an evil God. That doesn't mean there's no God, but to me it seems like an evil God. Don't you think it would be better God is showing up and saying, "Hey guys, stop. I'm here, and you people, you were wrong about me. I'm here, and these are my properties, and just because you have now the technology, I think you can record all these details properly, and you can either worship or do whatever you want." So imagine that's happening. Do you think that there will be many believers who say, "Wait a sec, I don't believe in you"?
Probably not, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, and Christians would say, "Hey, okay, we were wrong about these parts." Muslims would say, "Oh, okay, seemingly we were also wrong about these parts." So that's you. Wow. Okay. We already want to believe in you. We already were worshiping you. I mean, so-called you. But now, okay, thanks for the clarification. People would
I mean,
appreciate that.
what if it's in the human nature to be violent? I mean, the reason why modern humans are less violent is because in the past we used to have wars that kills millions of people, and we know that wars is a very bad thing. But what if God just appears and he basically appeals to everybody and tell everybody to do whatever they want? Now there's no more problems to learn from, and we just being stagnated. And maybe there are different conflicts that are surround him. I don't know. These are very weird. Uh, okay, this is coming out of thought from the top of my mouth. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, thinking about it,
Um, you have concerns that every problem would be solved if God appears?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
then what
think
was your
I think
point?
I think God appearance might create more problems.
Huh. No, I didn't get that part. How it would create more problems.
Because if you think about it, right, people have different opinions. People have different culture, right? And what if God appears and he basically he or she or they or them they disappoint us. They may not be all powerful or all knowing, but they might not even be this, and they might disappoint people.
Disappoint
Or
people.
in some way it could create an essential or existence, or what the word is, the crisis that revolves around their existence. Humans got feel feel a different way than it's weird.
Okay, let's
And
suppose they appear, or he or she
mhm.
shows a lot of miracles to convince people, and yeah, and creates a lot of things to show the power that he has, and convince people that he created the entire universe. But yeah, some properties are not, there, like all powerful, for example. And you're saying that
Yeah,
people would be disappointed. I can partially accept that,
yeah,
but
what if
in
someone got cancer and they wanted to be treated by gods, and he can't do it.
he
But
cannot do that.
maybe there's a global conflict resolving around energy, and he cannot solve it, and it would
i-
create some
if
crisis.
that's the case. But oh, simply when we say God is the creator of the universe, someone who can create this universe, you think cannot solve some crisis on a very tiny planet?
No, like I said before, I'm an atheist. This is just my hypothetical.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but that doesn't fit with the definition of God, at least in general. So if we accept the minimum characteristics, which is creating the universe, I think someone who can create the universe can solve those problems very easily.
well, I don't know about this, but have you heard about the egg theory? It's not an egg. It's not really a theory. It's a novel written by an American, and it's the egg. The novel. It's a short novel about how when somebody died, he got reunited with God, and God basically tell him that humans are children of God, and the reason why we're facing the thing that we're faced is because for us to mature, and we're when all humans are just one soul, exist in different times. It's the egg. It's very interesting.
I couldn't grasp the theory.
Yeah, yeah. It's cannot very cannot very. It's my bad. I cannot explain it
Don't
in a
blame on
less.
yourself, but I cannot also understand easily sometimes. Oh, this
So
is coming from this famous channel. Okay.
yeah, yeah. But it's originally a novel. If you want the novel, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I send you the video because I think it's more simplified and it's easier to grasp in a
Yeah,
short manner of time.
just trying to explain it again.
Okay, the egg theory. So a man. It's a story about a man who died in a highway. He met God, and the first thing he concerned about was his family. So he was concerned about his family, and he talks about God. He asks about where do I go when I die to God, in which God tells him that he will be reincarnated. So the guy was like, "Oh, so the Hindus were right," and God simply replies with, "All religions are right in their own way." So he take this man to this dimension where there's all white, but things slowly began to appear. And then he explains, and forget about that. Things began to appear. Thing, it's not really related. So he asked God that who will he becomes in the afterlife, in which God say you will be born as a Chinese peasant in the medieval era. So he was confused, right? How can he was born in the modern time be he was born as a modern person? How can he goes back to the medieval times in which God explained that every person that ever exists or has ever exists in on this planet is in fact the same person being reincarnated again and again and again. So Hitler is you. So which mean in one of the lifetime he used to be Hitler, he used to be Jesus, he used to be all the great figure, and he also used to be this random guy. And the reason why God created his soul in the first place is for him to mature and for him to be on his side when his soul finally matured. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Um, so the egg theory just basically means it promotes. I think it promotes unity, but for me, I think it makes a lot of sense because when you do bad things to other people, you do bad thing to yourself eventually.
E- no, not every time. Yeah, but I partially remember the video right now after you mentioned that everyone on the planet is you. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's too much. Maybe because the way I tell you is very unclear
No, no, no. Like,
and
but it was clear that it was more clear because I watched the video.
yeah.
So, but we don't have any reason to believe that this is the case.
Well, yeah,
That's the
because
thing.
for me, God is something ambiguous. I think I would choose to believe anything that makes me feel satisfied. Right. And I
That's the
think,
thing.
yeah, and I think that atheism isn't always healthy because a lot of atheists I know, and even myself right now, are quite, depressed and sad. And
Okay, let's check it out. Horatio, are you depressed?
I mean, a lot of atheists, not
We
just
will
me.
check it. We will check it. There
If
are
you
many atheists in my
listen,
room.
okay, he would say
My
no. I probably guess
my depression stems from sorry,
alcoholism
no,
and stuff. I
no,
guess.
no. I never really survived childhood very well. I wasn't nurtured properly. That's I know it sounds tame, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I've got a disposition with a cloud over it all my life.
It's really unfair to connect it to atheism. There are many problems in people's life.
Yeah. I'm not connecting it to atheism, but atheism doesn't help.
Then it doesn't have a job to help. Also, atheism doesn't say that, hey, I'm gonna solve these
Yeah,
problems.
yeah.
It's not a religion.
Well, but that's where religion says it can, solve your problems.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
you're
we'll
right.
see.
Doesn't really solve anyone's problem,
Yeah.
Religion
but
will make you feel like your problems are solved.
it's not really is. But yeah, but I don't believe in religion either. I do believe in God, but that is a means for me to spiritually lie my back into, so I don't so I have something that motivate me, like, oh, God is always be my side. You always hear those Christian that always say God's always by their side and God's always love you. It's not just that they it's not only that they believe in those things, but those things that they said also motivate them to do whatever they wanted to do and not being bogged down by negative emotions. It's you know
Your formative years are the most determining factor, the most determining factor in your disposition when you're young. You've got to be surrounded by attention, affection, and good feelings.
true. Well, I'm saying that it helps. You know, when
Your concept of God is what? Is not through any religion, is that right?
yeah,
So you're not the Abrahamic God believer.
no,
You're
I'm
not
more leaning to Buddhism and maybe Hinduism.
Hinduism.
But I'm not a Hindu, but I think the concept of morality. I think I'm more connected with Hinduism because they promotes um um charity or just being
Yeah,
kind to other people. They're more
yeah,
communal.
yeah. Yeah, I think Buddhism probably too. Jainism is as lovely as you can get. You know Jainism?
No,
How do you not know Jainism?
Jainism.
Jain, Jainism.
Jain.
They don't want to harm any living thing whatsoever, right down to ants and bugs and gnats.
I don't believe this. I think some organism should be harmed.
Well, they won't do it on purpose. Your organisms that are harmed automatically, there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, that's kind of weird because just our immune system alone, we kill like 1 billion organisms
Right,
a
right,
day.
and you can't be faulted for that. They
And
won't
lions kills.
willfully. They don't want to willfully hurt anything that's living. You know what the amazing thing about anything that's living? I don't care what it is, if it's a gnat or if it's a tiger. They both have a direct line all the way back to the Big Bang, all the way back, unbroken line, all the way back. Anything that you see has that line in place. Anything you see. So there's a reverence there that they recognize um, as far as your being around, as far as you're actually being. You're at the end of a long line of progression, evolution, whatever you want to call it. You do realize that, right? Every
Yeah,
living thing, yeah, direct
but
line,
I
all the way
but
back, unbroken.
I do know a fact. Yeah, I do know the fact that we are beings that evolve uh, uh from one from one form of organism
Yeah.
from one form of bacteria from very, very billion times of years ago. But I also heard that the Big Bang is just a theory and it has not scientifically proven to be a fact. It's just it's a
It doesn't
theory.
matter. It doesn't really matter that the point is that from the beginning of from the earliest times imaginable, you have a direct line. If you're alive today, you have a direct line to whatever the past was, whether it was a big bang or not. You have a direct line goes all the way back, no matter
Yeah.
what the description is of the earliest times. And that's something to consider. I don't know how important it is. It's probably not really important at all, but it's
Well,
what?
I don't know, but have you ever considered yourself that? Have you ever looked at about how things happens around you and think to yourself like, oh, God gave me this. God created this
No,
scenario, this very good,
no,
very okay.
no. God is nowhere in the picture. Nowhere. It's a silly concept. He's nowhere in the picture.
Yeah. But do
Yeah,
you believe that God can help people deal with certain
the concept of
mental
God, yes.
yeah, the concept of God. Like
Yeah.
we believe in that God exists and he's there for us and there's an eternal
Yeah,
uh
you can dress it up any way you like. He's there for us. He's always by my side, just like you were saying. And this is all in your imagination, and it works, and that's fine. But as far as reality is concerned, the God concept is silly.
all right. It's a fair point.
But yeah, it works. The God concept works.
True.
That's how he arrived in the beginning. My feelings are that living things were always overwhelmed by their environment, uh, which was violent. You know, whether it's an earthquake or a volcano or a tsunami or a drought or a flood or lightning striking the earth. You know, everybody was scared shitless, and they automatically looked for something stronger than themselves to mitigate these circumstances. Uh, you know, they took all kinds of approaches. Jesus, there must be a God of volcanoes. There must be a God of lightning. Let me pray. Let me get on their good side. Let me not be hurt. I think that's where the God concept came from.
Yeah. I need to go right now. Have a good time. It's 7:30. It's
All
dinner time.
right. All right. Take God with you.
Oh, he's by my side.
Yeah. Make sure he follows you.
That
Hi,
was a
Jim.
little bit confusing.
What?
I think he said he's an agnostic atheist at the beginning. Maybe I misheard.
Well, maybe he meant towards everybody's concept of God. You know, the Abrahamic God, which is a ridiculous fucking concept. Uh, but I guess he's more like a deist. But a deist normally believes in a God creator, and that's as far as it goes. But apparently, he's taking it one step further. a creator God who actually has an interest in your well-being, which again, it just works. But is it real? No. Why would it be? Why would any God pick any one person to be by their side unless he's going to be by everybody's side? Who deserves it more? Anybody that's sentient deserves God by their side, including animals, by the way.
Okay, guys, it's time to jump into the new room.
All right.
Let's see if we can find people or not. Today I have some good feelings about finding the people. Let's check it out. I'm jumping in seconds. That was like a second. Okay. G. I'm
Hi,
confused.
philosopher.
Like
Am I audible?
all those are your accounts? Oh, sorry, I was talking. Yeah, hello.
Hi.
All those are your accounts or what?
Yeah, a few of them. Actually, the first time what I did, I just in order to timestamp some moments where I spoke, I gave down those comments. What do you
Wait,
thought it was?
Simply Wonderful is your account?
Yes, and
Fuck!
that
That's
so yes,
confusing, man.
so yes, like I was just like you thought it was a fan moment thing, so I thought I'll play along with this for a few days.
Okay.
Otherwise, like no
For
one
a
is
few
looking for
days.
me.
Okay. Okay, you're trying to make yourself more popular. Okay. Look at
uh,
that.
see how people can deceive, like an ignorant like myself can create such illusion. What to speak of people who are far more intelligent.
Okay.
I wasn't deceiving, I was just playing along, like okay. So
Right.
that,
Ram.
uh,
Ooh.
Ramo.
Jainism, do you know anything else about Jainism
Me?
or
Uh,
Horatio?
Not really. I mean, I did take a brief look into it. Apparently, there's concepts of deity in there, maybe even numerous deities. Um, they have their own little fantasy world of what's going
Yes,
on. But the main takeaway is that they're very gentle towards anything living.
yes. Do you
Hi,
know that? Okay.
hello,
Hello.
bro. What's the meaning of life?
Oh, brother. Next.
Next. Next.
So yes, I was saying they have some very strict practices, like and like some Jan monks. They don't. What do you say? They don't shave their hair. They just simply pluck it out.
The meaning of
They
life is whatever you make it to be. There's your answer. Right? Ramu, whatever you make it to be.
Bum. Lena Sen.
But when you go to the top of the chain, you get all these strange people popping in right away.
That's inevitable.
Yeah. And there goes Ramu. Brilliant. Brilliant individual. Wait a minute. He's reconnecting.
It was not the choice of the topic because the purpose of life is one of the topics, but it's so
Is it?
bad
Oh, yeah,
when you
you do have
interrupt.
it there. The purpose of life.
Yeah. But the reason for me to mute was why the hell you change the topic drastically when already some people are talking about something else? That was the reason for the mute.
These fucking weirdos coming in and out. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, yesterday it was a very nice session, like both
Oh,
of you.
oh, you
Yes.
mean the reaction part?
The reaction part, and
Uh,
it felt very nice.
okay, okay. I mean,
So
yeah, I picked some videos yesterday. After that, in case we go and try to, react, and yeah, well, let's see if we will not find people to discuss with. Then maybe we can go and
devote some time on that.
yeah. And that's the plan today. Let's check first whether there are people or not. Okay. So what about today? Okay, yesterday was Monday. Okay.
What about Monday?
Okay, there was people commenting that hey, maybe it's Monday. People are not okay to join more in these platforms because they're busy or moody, like Monday syndrome. That was just an explanation. Doesn't mean it's true. Andy.
Oh,
Andy. Hello.
hi, hello.
Hi.
What's up, Andy?
Um, um, sorry for interrupting. Like you guys were talking about what? No, I mean I was in this room before. I heard you were talking with Scally about Quran. I don't know what you guys are talking about now.
We are not talking about anything right now.
Okay. Just random talk, just casual talk. Okay, got
Would
it.
Chatting
would
right
you
now.
would you be a follower of the Quran?
No way.
No way.
Good answer.
Sorry?
Okay. Are you a follower of any other book?
No way.
No
No
way.
way. Okay.
Don't worry
Sounds
about
like
it.
an atheist to my ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
What convinced you that it was all nonsense?
Everything, every of
Yes.
my life experience and my
Yeah.
knowledge and my research.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
See, atheists can be cheerful also.
Oh, really? Is there is our atheist supposed to be like sad or something?
There's no
Means
such a
people
rule.
generally take them to be depressed and full of anxiety.
Oh, okay. I heard something like that too from like other Indonesian, like a lot of Indonesians said, like you guys know, like people in Japan and in Korea, like a lot of them committed suicide, right? And like a lot of Indonesian would say like, oh, it's because they are mostly atheists. That's why they commit suicide because they don't have like a strong belief or something. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, your emotional health is not based in rationality. If you take a rational look at everything around you, it's not good. It's not good. If you're going to remain emotionally healthy, that's something that occurs when you're treated properly, regardless of your environment or your circumstance. You could be, you could live in a home that's got no money. You missed way too many meals. There's not enough money. And if your emotional needs are met properly, you're okay. You're
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah.
You're
I
good.
think that is. I think that's. Yeah, I think that may be true. Yeah, that may be true. Yeah, like um as long as you have a good emotional support, even if your family is rich. I sorry, even if your family is poor, as long as they're like supportive and they don't abuse you and they don't force certain belief on you, you'll probably be okay. You'll just suffer poverty, but like you
Right.
have people with you, like a sense of solidarity within your
Yep.
community, which is your family.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Let's look at this analogy. There's a guy at the edge of a cliff, and he just fell. And the people who are observing then later on commenting, okay? One is saying, hey, the guy died because there was no one to hold his hand. It makes sense, right? If there
Yeah.
was someone to hold his hand, he wouldn't die.
Well, either that or both of them would have gone over.
Yeah?
He was at the edge of a cliff, you said, right?
Yeah, but then, yeah, he fell.
Yeah, but if he's holding somebody's hand, maybe they both go over the edge.
Oh, that's not our case. But let's like imagine the scenario that they didn't. Just the guy saved him. Okay.
Right.
And the other commentator says that, oh, if that edge was not slippery, he wouldn't fall. Okay, that also makes sense. And another says, hey, wait a second. If the guy was attached to a rope, he wouldn't fall again, like a someone climbing on the mountain, right? Or etc.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Where
What's
I'm
the
going,
question?
there's no question here. So when people, those Indonesians, says, "Hey, Japanese people die or commit suicide because they're atheists," that's why I gave this example, this analogy. So just because they don't believe in God, you can't say that that's why they commit suicide.
Right.
Again, when we look at back to my example,
Well, it's
that
not
person
that
could be
they're missing.
saved in many different ways. So it's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
because there was no or no one there to hold his hand.
Right. Just
So
if God is missing from your life, that doesn't have to be the end. It's when other things are missing from your life, like human
exactly.
human contact, human
Mhm.
connection.
But still, like uh, they're not right. But let's give some credit, a little bit credit. Okay, maybe we could assume that okay, if they were believing in a god, if they had a religious community, maybe they wouldn't commit suicide. We can say that. But saying that, oh, they didn't believe in God, that's why they commit suicide. No, you can't say that. If there were other things in their lives, maybe they wouldn't commit suicide again. And it can be anything. So we don't know, like specifically those people. We don't know their needs. But if their needs were fulfilled, they would stay around.
The most important, uh, what you can most importantly attain is self-realization. Uh, you have to know what you're capable of, and you'll end up enjoying doing it. And it doesn't have to be anything specific, but you need to realize who and what you are and what you're capable of,
Mm.
and how you're able to interact with anything, from people to environmental circumstances.
And sometimes you cannot change those circumstances. Sometimes because of the circumstances. If like those conditions were better, yeah, maybe those people could have a better life.
Well, the thing is, when you have the right attitude, it doesn't matter what your setting is. You accept what's coming your way and you deal with it. You may say, "Oh, this has been a miserable run, but it's not bringing me down. I'm still
That's also
going to."
true,
Yeah,
Horatio. Yeah, like you can also change those, you know, mindset without, looking at the conditions. You can go.
right, right. You want to attain the proper mindset, and after that, your circumstance does not matter.
But like I'm so confused. Like whenever people say like there some circumstances cannot be changed, like what are the actual example of circumstances that cannot be changed? Like until now, I still don't know. I still don't understand what kind of circumstances that cannot be changed.
Well, I mean, there's any number of them. You could be physically crippled. It's not going to change. But
Like disabled.
yeah,
Yeah.
for one.
Like in what way of disabled? Because there's a lot of disability that can be not completely cured, but like you can achieve remission from that.
I don't know about remission. It doesn't go away, but you can work with it and overcome the difficulty that it presents. I mean, I've seen people do amazing things without arms, you know, and so nothing has to
Yeah, but
stop you completely.
like if they don't have arm, but they could get prosthetics, the fake arm prosthetics. Is it called prosthetics?
Prosthetic, yeah,
suppose they're
prosthetics,
poor too.
prosthetics, yeah. Yeah, today we
Yeah, like
have better ways of addressing such physical handicaps. Yeah,
yeah. So in a way, every circumstances actually can be changed. Maybe not completely, but to some extent, it can be changed.
yep.
Okay, I see. I see. I see. Actually, about the belief again. Um, Actually, I heard that some children that grew up in atheist or agnostic family, some of them, even though they are given free will to not follow certain religion, a lot of them turned out to be lost and uh, commit suicide. Some of them, which is that is interesting to me, and it also makes me think that um, I feel like the majority of religious people, I think they use religion as a coping mechanism
Yeah,
and a moral compass, obviously.
yeah. Well, okay. I don't get moral compass from religion. You get it from experience.
Exactly. But most religious people, they base their moral compass from their Bible or what their religion taught them. Like in Islam, like they told you like don't steal from other people,
I
but then they
mean,
also told you other things that is more messed up than stealing.
yeah. I mean, whatever you think they teach you, don't steal. I mean, that concept has been around from the very beginning of time.
Yeah, like
So
that's
why
not
even
like
bother to re-mention it? Oh, by the way, don't steal. Oh, really? Thank
yeah. By the way, don't steal. Oh, but please beat your children if they don't pray. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Like, what
execute
are you
them
talking
if they're
about?
disobedient. Stone them to death.
Yeah, like what? It doesn't make sense. Like, don't
Yeah,
do
no, you
this.
don't get morality from religion. You get stupidity.
Definitely.
You learn how to interact through experience.
Yeah. Like, to me, it's always so weird how religious people would base their moral compass from their Bible or their religion. Like, it means that without those religion, you're just nothing. You're just a shell of an empty person.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, a child?
Uh-oh. Arandra just got unset.
They want to speak again. That's kind of cute. I think it's a little child.
No need to
Okay.
explain that she's in the wrong room.
How about Hadi Sadani?
Adi Sadani can get a mic, yeah.
See, Hadi, I take care of you. Phil takes care of you.
Hello, Matt.
All righty then. Where you from, Andy?
I'm from Indonesia. What about you guys?
Indonesia, America.
Oh, America. What about the owner and other people here?
Owner is
Well,
from heaven.
not everybody likes to give away their location. But
Oh, anonymous. Okay, okay. It's okay. Got it,
yeah,
got it.
Hadi doesn't want to talk. Why the hell do you raise your
how's
hand?
life in Indonesia, Andy?
Sorry?
How's life in Indonesia?
Um, Not good. No, the political is very not good.
Really?
Yeah, the government is really, really, really fucked up these days. So depressing. Really not safe for the minorities right now.
Is my concept of Indonesia whacked out? I imagine that Indonesia is nothing more than a whole bunch of islands. Is that about it?
A whole bunch of
There's not one landmass that's called Indonesia, is there? It's actually made up of a lot of separate islands. No?
yeah, I mean Indonesia has a lot of island, but like I think Indonesia has like thousands of island.
Uh-huh.
But like the one that actually people
It's the
live
main one.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, the main one is on like not that many. I think the main one that people actually live in is like I don't know Java. I don't even know. I think maybe five or something that we actually or 10 that we actually live in
Yeah.
the island, the main island. Yeah.
What's going on the rest of the islands? Wildlife?
Mm, Wildlife. Maybe more like tourism or something to do with uh like I think they make money in those island. Not exactly tourism. What is maritime life? Like I don't know. Like I think there may be some tribe that live in some island
Uh-oh.
as well.
That sounds
Mm,
dangerous.
mm, not I'm not sure. Never really
Yeah.
learn about never really research about that but not it's not as dangerous as in Panama, let's say. Because I know the tribe in Panama or like in those countries could be really dangerous. I think in here is not that dangerous, our tribe. Like I never heard about like anybody get hit. Oh yeah, there may be in like in Papua.
Uh-huh.
Like
Papua New Guinea.
oh, oh, that's a different. I think there's a country I think, but like we have a Papua as well. It's close to New Guinea, I think. Yeah, like they have tribe and terrorist organization there, and recently they kidnapped this New Zealand pilot.
Really? For what?
It's some sort of like rebel attack towards the government because like they want to have their own country, this
Oh, so
area.
they're basically colonized. They want to break free.
Yeah, and they use that pilot as a uh
Ransom.
yeah ransom. Yeah, but the pilot is already free now.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I think after like a year or something being kidnapped. Your voice is cutting. I don't hear any cut. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that's Indonesia. But yeah, right now the government, the politics is really not good. The economy, I wouldn't say it's bad. So I wouldn't say it's super bad. What about in the U.S.? I mean, in the U.S., where do you live in the U.S.?
New York.
Oh,
Mm.
is it okay to ask if you're like liberal or not?
Yeah, it's okay to ask. I mean, I don't like to use labels. Liberal. I just try to be, I don't know, realistic
Right.
and and I realize that the main goal should be uh, to be concerned with everybody.
Mm.
But you look, it's I have forwarded theories about how to make life good on Earth, and it really doesn't rely on the physical world. In the physical world, it's always going to be the strongest get the best, and the weakest gets what's ever left over.
Unfortunately, that's the world we're living in right now. Yeah.
And that will never change in the physical world. That will never change.
I kind of have a like a naive hope that it may change, but maybe
No,
you're right. Maybe
no.
there's just too much greed in humanity for it to ever
Right.
change.
So I forward the idea that technology will be the game changer, will actually make it an egalitarian world, but it's a virtual. It's a virtual leveling off of,
Oh,
yeah,
like a VR, like virtual reality?
something to that effect. Yeah, if every experience occurs in the brain, once you master that that situation, anybody can have any experience. You don't have to be
Mm.
rich. You don't have to be powerful or rich. You just have to have access to manipulating your experience.
But
So,
but that's actually sound like a depressing future because like you don't even get joy and community from people around you or from real human interaction in real life, but you get that from virtual reality. Like that sounds pretty depressing.
well, actually, you can get anything you need in a virtual experience, anything at all. But I'm not dismissing actual reality where you're not involved in a virtual experience. You're back in the mix, uh, face to face with real people. But I just think that a virtual experience can make you mentally and emotionally healthy and allow you to engage in the physical world much more peacefully because you don't need anything.
Mm.
You don't need anything from the physical world. You don't have to exploit anybody. Anything you want can be enjoyed in a virtual experience. A virtual experience, if the brain is stimulated properly, is will feel just as real as any experience you can have because it's going right to the source, the brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand your point, but I would still feel I feel like if I do that, once I'm not doing that, like once I'm out of the virtual reality world, I think I would feel very sad and depressed and like f- like for me personally, like I really prefer the physical world. Like I prefer the world before technology. Um, well, I wouldn't say I prefer, but like I have like a nostalgia towards the era where technology hasn't been as developed as it is now.
Right.
Like
I
I
I
like
know what you're saying.
hanging out with real people and like have human interaction in real life and able to touch them and like we could
Right.
like run around and stuff like that. Oh, but actually I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Um in the last presidential election, who did you vote for?
I mean, I would never vote for Trump.
Okay, good. So you vote for Kamala, right?
I wouldn't want to vote for that stupid bitch either.
So you didn't vote?
I didn't vote.
Oh, I
She
see.
was a moron. But the only saving grace is that some of the platform of the Democratic Party is maybe more humanistic than the Republican side. I'm really, they're both lost parties. The party that makes more sense, I can't even tell you which one. The Democratic Party went over the edge. They're a bunch of morons now. They got very
Mm,
woke, which is retarded. You know, woke.
I know woke. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's retarded.
what do you consider very woke in this
Oh,
context?
one example would be gender recognition and trying to change the language to chase after what everybody feels. That's one. Um, Look, what is it? DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think
Mm,
you know it's not merit based as much as it needs to be. It's more like we need a fair representation. You need to earn a fair representation. You don't just make it look good. You have to earn
mm.
your representation.
Okay, that was chit chatty. And my least favorite topic, politics. I hate that. But Uncle Horatio doesn't care about the topics. Scam Chan, I don't understand your question. Stay one, as long as you did. What do you mean by stay one? What does it mean? Ashna. M-A. Ashna M-A.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you, yeah.
YouTube now.
Be careful. The train. The train. You know, people get indoctrinated in religions. Okay. Then they leave for some reason or another. I was into digging deeply, Scam Chan. And if you're open minded, then you can get out of something. Oh, we. Why did you change? How many accounts do you have, man? Okay. Okay. Gee.
Hi, sometimes it's difficult to manage 4 or 5 accounts. I don't know why do I do that, but
Yeah, why do you do that, man?
mm,
Isn't that
long
confusing,
story.
uttering, or whatever? Let me check something. Oh my god. What's that? Shisham, Jenna. Let's see. What's going on here? Let's see. I was going to check the PM. Okay. This Vietnamese guy is not responding me anymore. He's not responding. Okay, it's okay. Lucas. Russia, what happened, man? You were happy while talking about politics.
I was happy about what?
Talking about politics with that girl. That's not one of the topics. That's why I left. Normally, I kick people, when they change the topic. But since you guys were happy, I don't want to bother, and I just left my own room and I created another.
Okay. I mean, there wasn't anything going on, so I just thought I'd peek into something.
Anyway. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Nick Rafa. Oh, vacation. No. Okay. Ooh, what a ringtone. Ba, 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 bum, bum. I'll mute him. Ba, 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 bum, bum. Ever see a person run from the evidence, present their religion as false? I think I think yeah, there are some. They literally they don't want to look at the evidence because they don't want to leave the religion. They don't want to leave it. And yes, they may run away. But it's hard to understand who is doing it intentionally. Sometimes it's really hard, and that's why maybe we shouldn't, label people. Like the way that they label atheist people, they say that, oh, you would never believe a God exists. Doesn't matter. Even if God shows up, you wouldn't believe. So that's how they blame, right? Or put a label on you. They assume. And in the same way, we shouldn't assume that they're literally running away from the evidence, because just because there is evidence, that doesn't mean it's evident to that person. They might look, they may not understand that. So, and also it's about being convinced, right? And it's also relative. Doesn't matter what kind of evidence. People can be easily convinced by that evidence, or for some people it's really hard to be convinced with the same amount of evidence. So yeah, those are complicated things. Maybe that's why we shouldn't be judgmental. Teyage. Attika got bored in other rooms. Visiting our room. Nothing special today so far, Attika. Akash. Okay, but our topics are the same topics. If someone wants to engage, we can go. Sure, but we would have to talk for a bit about just what God is He. Yeah, which God is He? So we have this problem. Which God? There are many gods that we see from the religions. Can all be true? I don't think so. One of them can be true? Maybe. You're talking about gods right now. Only person who is engaging with the topic is someone on YouTube right now. Yeah, the definition problem of God. There's no God except Allah. Okay, can you prove that? Can you prove that? You have a mic. Yoruba, let's see. Can you do that or not? Bum, bum, bum. 10 God concept. Like 10 is not important. Sometimes I say 5, sometimes 7, sometimes 100. You have to suck my dick. That's how you prove Allah exists? That's how you prove Allah exists? Okay. Be careful, man. Be careful. You can offend a lot of Muslims. That was so heavy, man. Oh my god. Lily, that was the nuke that I have seen so far, okay? It's like a nuclear bomb. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. It requires evidence? Fuck. Anyway, it's time to block you, idiot. Idiot. Lily. Dun 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 dun. That was good. He it was the heaviest bomb he got so far. Yeah, we have fun every time he joins.
But he is changing religion time and again.
Yeah, well, it's okay. It's okay.
Just a scammer, troller.
Yeah, he's troll.
Yeah.
He keeps joining with different accounts every day, and he's entertaining us.
Yeah, that's good actually. Give me more.
Yeah. Look, we're happy to see him here for some seconds or a minute. Yeah, Lily is back. Mhm. Okay.
Do you have any believers here? No? No believers?
Probably no.
Oh my
Probably
god.
no.
Where are the believers
I don't know.
nowadays?
I do not know.
We believe in philosopher.
What?
What?
We believe in philosopher.
Come on.
Believe in philosopher.
Yeah.
I don't believe in anyone. Just go check by yourself and decide by yourself.
No, he became your fan, I think.
Maybe. Hey, Edward, welcome. Welcome. Okay, I think it's time maybe for some reaction since we were not able to find. And I'm gonna change it a little bit more. Yeah, like I'm testing that, Edward. But it doesn't make any difference. And let me cry a little bit here. When I scroll, I see a lot of streams. They're so cringe, man. I even want to cry when I see them. And many people are watching. I was like, what the fuck? Like people lost their mind or what? And and yeah, I think maybe vertical ones can make some difference, but so far no.
People loves brain rot.
People love what?
Brain rot content.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Oops, that's wrong button. Okay, let me see some videos that I collected for reaction. Let's react some videos. And it will be different than
Yeah,
yesterday. It will be different. Watch later. Yeah. Which one? Oh, Ali Dawa. Okay. And there's another video. Let's check this one. And I'm gonna do it here. Oh, I cannot use that video. Fuck, why? Okay, so what's the problem? That was 80s. Okay, let me search it here. Down answered. Okay. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, yeah, that's
God
the video.
created everything. So who created God?
You believe in God, so scientists couldn't figure it out, but you could. Is that right?
If there is infinite time,
Yeah.
why not infinite possibilities?
The moment he creates that, he becomes not powerful because he can't lift it. There's no such thing that exists. There was a study done in Oxford University by Justin Barrett. He found that young kids who are not taught about Islam or Christianity or any other religion, they all had the inclination to believe in one God.
Okay, this is the intro.
Ali Dawa, you have 1 minute for each question.
You ready?
Are you ready?
Can you prove God's existence in 1 minute?
Let's look at Google. In order
Okay, he's trying to prove God exists through Google.
for Google to exist, we need the internet.
For Google to exist, we need internet. Do you
No.
agree with that?
He always come with like this kind of people always come with some weird attitude, like they know everything. So yeah, and this Google thing, let me hear him more. Let's see what he is trying to say.
Okay.
In order for the internet to exist, we need the computer or our telephones or our tablets. In order for the computer to exist, there has to be human beings that create it. And
Yeah, that's the most famous mistake, right? Just cherry pick something that humans created and think that everything works like that. But it causes a problem that he doesn't realize.
etc. It relies on electricity. The question follows is the following. Google relies on the internet relies on the computer relies on us and electricity, and this goes on. We cannot have an infinite regress of dependent things. We require a place where it all stops and makes sense, which is the independent, self-sufficient, necessary being, which is God.
What?
Okay. Yeah, he's immediately saying that, oh, it's God. What about this universe? Because it all goes to the universe, right? Where the humans come from this nature, right? From this universe. Where the electricity come from, it comes from the universe. So what if it's universe? Like, how do you know that universe is dependent or not?
Maybe he's talking about some intelligent being who have a will, who have a brain, who can think.
Yeah.
Not like universe, because in universe you don't know.
Yeah,
like there is no brain, there is no will.
Yeah, but the problem is he's saying that it goes to something not depending, right? Something existing necessarily. He doesn't know that he's just claiming that without
Yeah,
justification.
definitely.
Without
Yeah,
justification.
With his logic, he's saying that. Yeah.
Why can't the necessary being be the universe?
Well, that's good that you say that, because first
that's our question, yeah.
It shows that you acknowledge with me that we require a necessary being. That's good. All you've done is applied this to the universe. And we say that contradicts the necessary being, because the necessary being is independent, self-sufficient, and is necessary.
How do you know that universe is
Yeah,
not
that's
like
the thing.
that?
How do you know that? You're claiming, you're saying.
But he will claim something else.
Universe is not self-sufficient and dependent. It's opposite. So you can't have this be that, because it contradicts.
Yeah, he thinks it contradicts, but he's not justifying.
Can God create a rock that he can't lift?
Oh, they jump into another question, but without even justifying the
Yeah,
claim.
they thought it's already over. Yeah,
Oh,
he
they
said
think
it.
they solved the
This
problem.
is the truth.
Yeah,
they
this is
solved
a
the
valid
equation.
question. When people ask this question, it's like a valid question. I can ask a question: can God cease to exist? Of course not. It's contradictory. It's like me saying,
Can God cease to exist? Why? It's contradictory. If God wants to do that, he cannot do that. God cannot commit suicide.
How many days in a week? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's not a yes or no question.
Okay, now he is bringing in another question, which is already fallacious. Okay. And by the way, it's not a fallacious question, but he's saying, oh, the answer of this question is not yes or no. Yeah, you're right. But that doesn't mean the question, can God cease to exist, has a yes or no. Like it has a yes or no question. Yes, God
No,
can. Or no, God cannot. It's not a
if a
fallacious
God is
question.
not able to suicide, then God is not all powerful. Then
I have to ask how many days of the week? 7. So the point is the question is invalid. So
question
to
is
say, can
invalid.
God create a rock so big that he can't lift? Then the moment he creates that, he becomes not powerful because he can't lift it. There's no such thing that exists. It's just a question that is asked for the sake of it.
Can't there be more than one creator?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite, you know. This is
Yeah.
my favorite.
Because then we go back to the argument of necessary being. If there was more than one creator, then the question is, how could you have one necessary being which is self-sufficient, independent?
That's the question. Like, if one exists, why not many? You're asking how another could exist. Like one necessary, independent, self-sufficient thing exists. It doesn't prevent others. Is there any rule like that? One cancels the other?
if there is the multiple gods, then we have to goes back to the same again. Who created them?
That's
Same
another thing.
one necessary being we need to find. With his logic, he's saying there is a one necessary being.
He starts with the belief.
If there is another
Yeah, that's
creator, then it's dependent. It's not necessary anymore. So the question is, if there was two creators,
Again, if there are two, that doesn't mean one depend on the other. Who said that? Where's the
By his
rule?
logic, he's saying one necessary being can be exist without any self, like without any creator. He's creating everything. Yeah. He's
firstly,
the
Allah says in
source.
the Quran, they would fight each other for power. Yeah? So that
And they would fight each other with the power. Okay, that doesn't mean they wouldn't exist. That proves that they exist. Then that's how they can fight. If there were not many gods, then there's no fight, right?
No, they will fight for the universe power. No, they will fight for the throne, universe
Yeah,
throne.
and fighting each other, it means they're dependent. What the
Dependent, yeah.
fuck? If they fight each other, that means they depend on each other.
Yeah.
Where's this logic?
that shows two powers fighting each other are dependent because they require more power to kill the other one. So that's why we believe there has to
They require more power to kill the other. What does that mean? Even
No, he's saying if the two necessary beings are there, so they need more power to kill another one. Like I need to be more powerful to kill you. If we are having the same power, we cannot kill each other.
okay, that
and
doesn't
get the throne.
mean like necessary beings have the same power. There's no such a rule. So.
That his logic.
be one necessary being that is self-sufficient, independent, and necessary.
God created everything.
And none of what he said doesn't contradict with many self-sufficient beings. None of them.
And they are thinking they're actually solving the equation.
Well, the question is,
who created God? Again, this question is also invalid. By the way, I think he's making some sense here. He'll immediately appeal to the definition of his God. That's why asking the question is invalid.
invalid. Once again, it's an invalid question. Just because somebody asks this question doesn't mean it's a valid question. Because what we say is we see cause and effect within our universe. It requires a designer. To come and say who created that designer is you haven't understood who the designer is. It goes back to the issue of the necessary being. What's
It doesn't go to that topic. It goes your definition, idiot.
the attribute?
He's taking
It's
it to that topic.
independent. It is self-sufficient. It is necessary. If you acknowledge these attributes, these three things, yeah, you need to acknowledge that the question of who created God, can God make a rock so big he can't lift, can God cease to exist, are questions that are not valid. It doesn't exist. The question you're asking, there's no such thing. Because if there was a God that created him, then he becomes dependent now. He's not self-sufficient anymore. So what we say is that this creator, as long as this necessary being is independent, is self-sufficient.
Okay, here I'm gonna ask this question. Why the hell the creator of the universe must be the one that you believe in. So you believe that the creator of this universe is your God. What if it's not your God? What if something depending on, let's say, someone else?
Because Quran gives a perfect descriptions of God, what he's talking about.
They take it from God. But like, I want people to imagine that, let's suppose there's a creator which is not self-sufficient, which is dependent. Is there any problem? Such a thing cannot create
Dependent
the
on
universe?
who?
Let's
Who?
suppose it depends on his God. Let's say, I
His
mean,
God.
when I say his God, something
Okay.
like his God, like a power
Okay.
which is self-sufficient, independent. Let's suppose it depends on that thing. So
His God created that being, and that being
that being,
created the universe.
yeah.
That's
What
his.
about this? What about this?
Yeah. This, if we go by the logic, his logic, then we
Yeah.
also can say, yeah, true.
But we
Anything we
go
can
by
say.
his logic, and it's not his religion anymore. There's a huge
Yeah,
problem
that's a
right now.
different then. Yeah, true.
Is necessary, everything stops there.
Why Islam when there is many other religions?
Well, that's the question I asked myself before I came to Islam. Why Islam? And when I did my research and what I was born with the fitrah, there was a study done in Oxford University by Justin Barrett.
Does anyone know about this study?
Research is nothing but Google search.
Oh,
He found that
Google?
young kids who are not taught about Islam or Christianity or any other religion, they all had the inclination to believe in one God, not two, not three. So to me, I had that in myself.
Okay, I don't trust that research. Doesn't matter whether they're kids or not. Okay, maybe you
Yeah, there are a
didn't.
lot of predatory research. Yes, there is no peer reviewed on that, so he can anything. He can produce anything and say, "This is a research." Anybody can produce a research.
I don't know, but here's the thing. Like maybe that the conditions were, as he said, they were not, indoctrinated by any religion, but that doesn't mean they were isolated so that they cannot even hear any concept of God. Maybe most likely they learned the concept of God from their parents, but not religion in detail. So still that maybe, lead those kids to believe that, oh, there's one, power outside.
No, he thinks there has to be some necessary beings, and that necessary being give the perfect descriptions from Quran. He gets like, this is the perfect descriptions of God, and he created everything, and he's the necessary being, has to be there.
To believe in one God. But the question was, why Islam? I asked the same question to myself. And when I looked into it, I realized true monotheism in its true sense, because if you go to the Christians, they say we're monotheists, and they believe 3 in 1. You go to the Hindus, they say we believe 1 million gods is one. The point is this: pure monotheism in his worship and understanding of who God is only in Islam. Not only that, also when it comes to the Quran, it is the only scripture on this planet that is being preserved and has miracles that we can see. For example, if I go to a Christian and I say, look, I want to believe in Christianity, show me. You say Jesus gave life to the dead and this, that, with the permission of God. Show me. Or if you go to the Jews.
Okay, you show me. Muhammad
You
stood
show
in
me.
the- You show me.
And say Moses did that. Show me. Can they show you? No, they can't. If they come and say to us, what's the miracle of the Quran? We'll say, here's the Quran and we can show you. Touch it. You can feel it. You can analyze it. Why?
Why it's the book? What about the other miracles? What about the other
No,
miracles?
touch it. You can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel the book, right?
Because also we learn from this, the Quran is for all mankind, and you can see it, you can hear it, you can examine it. But the miracles that the other prophets done, you can never prove that. That's why that was for that time specifically. And the Quran is for all times, because we have a method, an oral tradition, which is the Quran, which we and many generations after us can examine. And that's what I did before I came to Islam. I examined it, I read it, I looked at the prophecies, I looked at the miracles. I said, this can be no other than by from Allah.
You told us that
You told us that there are miracles of the Quran. Oh, let's check the miracles in the
there are
Quran.
miracles of the Quran. Can you please just tell us one miracle of Quran?
I'm going to be generous here. I'm going to give you 3. Yeah? Yeah, you have to be generous sometimes in life, The first one is, I think, very profound and very important, because what we are told, for example, that in Surah Balad, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Abu Lahab. And this is very interesting, because Abu Lahab could make one statement and the whole of Islam will fall on the ground. Allah says in the Quran about Abu Lahab and his wife that they are going to enter the fire, hellfire. They're going to die as disbelievers and enter the hellfire. Now, if you think about it, Abu Lahab, he had to do one thing and disprove Islam. Because the Quran declares you're going to go hellfire, you and your wife, and you're going to die as a disbeliever. So the thing is this, they could have gone, Abu Lahab could have said, hold on a second, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. There you go. Your religion is false. Because your religion says I'm going hellfire. Your religion says I'm going to die as a disbeliever. I accept Islam. He didn't do it. He died as a disbeliever. To me, that is profound because he had to do one statement.
Where's the profoundness here? Am I blind
No.
or what?
A lot of religion claims they have the miracles and those are true, those are real. So what different in Quran? He's talking the same thing. Our religion claims
The
are real.
difference in Quran is that when you touch it, you'll feel it. You'll get orgasms when you touch the Quran.
Yeah, most of the religion says like we have miracles, we have real things. Yeah, what difference?
To disprove the whole. They wanted to stop Prophet Muhammad, yeah, with everything. He just had to do 10 seconds of the Shahada and crumble the whole religion. He didn't. Number two, there is an evidence, for example.
Okay, it doesn't crumble the religion because in the same book it says that God can read the mind, right? Just because someone says, "Oh, well, I bring Shahada, now I'm a Muslim," doesn't mean he's a Muslim according to your religion. So it doesn't do anything to your religion just because he didn't say something, or if he says some things, you shouldn't think that it will do harm to your religion. And that's a really fallacious mind.
Example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about in the Quran about the time of Moses and the time of Yusuf alayhi salam, yeah? And Allah talks at the time of Yusuf alayhi salam, he calls the ruler a king. At the time of Moses, he calls him a pharaoh. But in the Bible, they call the time of Yusuf alayhi salam, and they call him a pharaoh. And at the time of Moses, they call him a pharaoh. This is historical error. Because when they deciphered the Rosetta Stone, it's a thing, to understand the Egyptian hieroglyphics, they found out that there was no pharaohs at the time of Joseph. This dynasty didn't exist. There was kings. How did the Quran know this? And they say the Quran copies the Bible. The Quran copied from the Bible. Why didn't the Quran copy the mistake? And how?
That only proves that Quran is not copying the Bible. And that doesn't mean that Quran is getting the information miraculously. So there are a lot of ways to get information, right?
No, if I'm copying also, I have my own brain, no? So if something is you written wrong, I can prove, I can like
Correct the
just
mistake.
change it.
Yeah. But then
I
they
can
will
change
ask
it.
how he knew that. How he knew about it.
How did it know that at the time of Joseph, the ruler is a king? There's no pharaohs. How did they know that? That's number two. Number three, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Rum, Rum, the Romans have been defeated. The historians say the way the Romans got defeated by the Persians, it's impossible to.
Oh, really? Like, sure, if you like bring a context like that, oh, it's impossible for them to, defeat them, then yeah, you can believe in whatever you want, right? Why it was impossible? Like, people were really afraid of fucking Persians, right? In history. Like he's speaking that Persians were nothing.
Think, let alone them coming back to win, for them to even exist. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, the Romans have been defeated, but they are going to win. That's a big statement. That's like saying me.
And that's a big statement, and Quran doesn't even give the name of Persians, so you have to assume that part also. What a prophecy in the Quran.
Yeah, you can say something today and it happened yesterday. It happened like tomorrow or something. You also become a prophet after that.
Mhm.
They're gonna also believe you. Yeah, random things happen. We say
you
something.
guys together.
Yeah, go
we're
ahead.
going to take over USA and we're going to beat Trump. It's crazy. It's a big gamble. And after 3 to 7 years or 3 to 9 years, the Romans come and defeat the Persians. These are historical problems. These are just some. There are hundreds. I'm giving you just 3, and I can go on.
What is miraculous? Like big nations having war, and one is winning one, the other one is winning the other one. What's miraculous here? They can do that.
You believe in God. So scientists couldn't figure it out, but you could. Is that right?
It's not about I could. We use our logic. We use our brain. The science
logic.
Really?
Our logic.
This guy claims to use logic.
our special logic.
Let's see.
This deals with the five senses, what it can see, empiricism. So what we say is very simple. There are scientists who believe in things. If you're talking about, for example, I don't see God, that's why, I don't believe in it. It's not something, science doesn't talk about the supernatural. It stops the physical. But we know, for example, scientists have discovered recently dark matter. Dark matter is something they cannot see, they cannot touch, they cannot feel, they cannot smell, they cannot hear. So the same thing with God. Can you see God? No. Can you touch God? No. Can you smell God? No. Can you hear God? No. Can you see God? No. But you reject He exists. But the same thing with dark matter, same thing, but you say no, dark matter exists. What kind of contradiction is this?
Oh, really? So can you see unicorns? Can you touch unicorns? Can you smell? No. So that means that's the cause of the universe? Well, why the hell you reject unicorns? You reject many things also. You just cherry pick one of those things that you don't see.
Yeah, they're always trying to find this kind of words. So they can
first God doesn't exist because I can't sense, touch, feel. But dark matter, contradiction. Why do you have double standards? This is the issue. As a scientist, it's not something I discovered new. I use my logical reasoning and rationality to come to simple conclusions. And I don't need to be a scientist. I don't care how much big of a scientist you are. There were people who believed in God that were scientists. Like Einstein. He did believe in a higher power. So this issue of science.
And this is how he uses
Up into
his
authority.
brain.
Yeah.
So scientists
Logical
and God
fallacy.
is not contradictory. You can have scientists who are Muslim or scientists who are Christian. So yeah, it's not a discovery.
Are you brave enough to talk with famous atheists? What would you do if you encounter them?
I have no problem. Because to
Yeah,
be
he
honest, I
has
don't
no
care what
problem.
atheist you are, how scientists, professor, I don't care. The same thing applies. I bring my same arguments and you have to answer them. I don't care because what I'm on, I know I'm 100% so sure, logically, rationally, that there is no way you can get out of it except that you accepting being a deist, minimum deist. Maybe theist we can work on, theism. So I don't care if you're a professor, I don't care, it's irrelevant. As long as
What an arrogance. He thinks that he can deal. This is some atheist.
you have aql, I hope so, we can reason, then 100% there is no way they can go.
If there is infinite time,
Yeah.
why not infinite possibilities?
It's a good question. I have to drink my water to answer this.
Okay, I'm done. I got bored. After the arrogance, I'm done. Wow.
And they always come with this weird attitude. They know everything.
I
Ask me
know
anything.
everything. Ask me. I'm so confident about my brain, my logic,
Yeah.
my religion.
And the religion I got from my parents.
Yeah.
I'm so confident about it. This is the only religion. It's the truth.
He calls himself a revert. Like maybe he wasn't born in a Muslim.
Maybe converted. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. If he's telling the truth. I don't know. The truth about him. Okay. Why are we not getting any people
Believers.
to discuss? Yeah, believers. What happened to them? It's a special day or what? Okay, let me create another one. He was a Muslim? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. He has Arabic accent already. Anyway, I'll jump into
Yeah, Nero.
seconds and seconds. Boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Ba, ba, bum. Free for talk is dead. It's dead. It's like a desert. We killed another
See,
platform.
as soon as you said desert, there are some flowers and stars in the chat box.
Okay. We need some flowers to have a discussion. Tufik. Tufik. Are you tough?
Yeah, I'm Tawfiq.
Okay, Tufik, welcome.
Uh, so, what is going on? Topics for atheism, agnosticism, morality, afterlife, soul, existence of religion, purpose of life. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
So, any ongoing debate?
No, not yet. We're waiting for people.
All right,
Are
great.
you into?
No, I'm a Muslim.
Oh, you're a Muslim. Okay, cool.
What about you?
I'm an atheist.
Atheist, which means no God, right?
In my case, no, it doesn't mean.
Okay.
I'm an agnostic atheist. In my case, I don't know whether any God exists or not. I just don't believe a God exists. That's all. Yep. Okay. Maybe he doesn't like agnostic atheists. Okay. Holmes. Holmes. Ooh. Hey. Many people, many people, many people. But we don't have speakers, speakers, speakers. What's going on? I don't understand. Chitty chatty chat. Chitty chatty chatty chat chat. Hi, MD. How's it going? That's okay. How about there? How about there? How about there? How about there? Lily. It can be Lily. Yeah. Lily. Some people are missing you, Lily. Lily, Lily, Lily. People missed Lily.
Yes, Lily, if you're here, show some signs. Let us know of your presence.
Hi there. How are you?
Fine,
Hello.
fine. Hello. Oh, it's not
Can you hear
Lily.
my voice?
What?
Can you hear my voice clearly?
It's not very clear.
Oh, so where are you from, bro?
I'm from heaven, bro.
Where?
I'm from heaven.
I didn't hear about this.
I believe you heard, but you didn't understand. And that's a good indication that we cannot have the desired conversation. And I hope one day you understand what I was saying. Um, it doesn't look good, really. Okay, well, we can make something about the look, fighter. I'm just testing for the sake of finding people. Yeah, I care about the feedback. Edward also said horizontal is better. But yeah, I'm testing. So far, I don't see any difference in the numbers. But let's check it out. I think it doesn't kill anyone. Okay, guys, we have topics here: God, atheism, agnosticism, morality, afterlife, and etc. You can read in the welcome message. If anyone want to have a conversation or a discussion, we are here. Okay, Islam left. Islam left the room. What about Christianity? Is Christianity in the room? Yeah, fighter. Yeah, it's vertical, but what's the problem about being vertical? Speak Paul. Alien. Bum 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 bum. A lot of listeners. A lot of listeners. Stop taking up the whole screen, which is weird. Yeah, because it's vertical. The whole screen? I'm checking it on my phone. It's taking the whole screen. It is. Is your phone so small or what? Waiting for strong believers who can do anything for their belief. No. No, no. That's not true. Because I'm on the phone. On the computer, it doesn't. Oh. Okay, I didn't know how it looks on the PC. Let me see how it looks on the PC. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. No, it looks okay, man. The whole screen. Black Wolf, you wanna join? You can join. Looks shitty on a PC. Okay, okay. We're taking the feedback. Since the numbers are the same, I can go with the horizontal mode. That's the link, Black Wolf. That's how you can join. You need a Gmail account and you should use Google Chrome to get the best experience. Okay, wait a second. I'm ready. Always, but philosopher one real feel. We have to act someday as believer. Oh, you could do that. You could do that. This link doesn't work. Are you sure? It's supposed to work, man. Which browser are you using? Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. We see more people. And other people. I see more traffic. I don't know, Julie. I think it's the same traffic. Yesterday wasn't different than today. But yeah, there's more traffic on Free for Talk. I can say that. Pinkie Pie. Okay. Yeah, that looks small. Shitty? I'm not sure. But yeah, very small. On the phone, it's kind of okay. It's still small. Welcome, Sacia. Vertical is better on phone. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And you can solve the horizontal problem by just tilting your phone on the phone. Okay. Welcome, other people. We have a motorbiker here. And there's a sunset. Okay. This is Tesla? Why he looks like Hitler? Rocky. It's easier to get here because of scrolling. That's what I was thinking, but Julie, no big difference. Spider, don't do that. Don't tilt your screen. Do not tilt your screen. uh, many people, zero speakers. Okay. Rocky, could you get an answer? AI doesn't want to answer today.
Maybe if you can give specific names, then it might work.
Maybe. Needs to be a discussion happening. Yeah. We are here for a discussion also. There's no discussion here. People are just listening. And what's that? Allah is one and only true God and most merciful and greater than everything. Okay, some people are preaching. Okay, cool. But I cannot jump into and stream. They should be coming here willingly. That's how we can do that. Atika, are you Muslim or what? I don't know you're Muslim. Okay. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Guys, you remember Tom and Jerry from yesterday?
Yeah, yes, I do remember.
Oh, Zakir. Zakir Naik.
I guess I got some answers.
Okay, let's see. Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. Okay. Did you get the desired result, Rocky? Yeah, you didn't. You didn't. He's not happy with the answer. Yeah, you want to be a rat. That's what Zakir Naik said to the poor guy. Tesla. Praveen. Is your favorite? Oh my god. He's so annoying, man. Islam is the peaceful religion. Maybe. Fighter. Peaceful. Can we agree? I'm not sure about that. No, Fighter. He's just annoying. Just annoying. Oh, ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 dun, dun, dun. Right, true, bro. Mm. Right in the scripture. Okay. I think you must be happy right now. Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism. Okay. People being shy today, yeah. There was someone asking for the link. I gave the link, but it didn't work. I wish it was working. Bum, 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 ba, 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 da, 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 da. Na, 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 da, da, da. AI is sacred, even peaceful religion. Can you rank most peaceful top 5 religions? Come on, guys. Let the AI be in peace. I must be like, what's the fucking problem with these people? Why they're asking me these questions? Okay, let's try again. I'm losing hope about Free for Talk. I'm jumping in some second if there won't be a problem. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, jump. G. So fast. Sorry, man. There's no reward for the first guy.
They get the microphone.
Old people on here.
Yes.
It's not a privilege. Even Lily is getting the mic here.
True. Yesterday, I realized how important it is to maintain a constant distance between the mouth and the microphone. So,
Oh, what did you
yes,
mean?
like I used to wonder why people have this fixed microphone in their podcasts and all. Yesterday, I realized since I'm using my webcam as microphone, so sometimes it's way too close and sometimes it's away. So
Yeah, you
it
should
doesn't
adjust that.
sound. Yes.
Or either there should be some, gain adjustment feature on your device or on the program that you're using. It might help also, but sometimes that's not working good also. I think the best thing is just keeping your mouth, you know, in the distance.
Yes.
Mm. Okay, new faces. Let's see. Change the title. Any suggestions?
Why
What's
do
happened?
you want that title?
What? Oh, it's the same guy. The guy that we couldn't communicate.
I think I seen this group before.
Man, your audio is terrible.
Why do you think I am terrible?
Okay, I may start to think that you're also terrible, but that was not I was thinking. I said your mic is terrible. But now you think that I said you are terrible. No, I didn't say that. Only Mike.
It means his headphone is also terrible.
Okay. Or maybe it's just the English.
That could also be a thing.
Believe we figured that out in the previous time. But seemingly no.
Maybe everyone who came here, if they made at least one argument or one point, it would be fine.
I'm unable to open my Mac because I don't allow. That's why. Because your audio is not clear. I even said it. I clarified that, and you didn't understand. And that's the second reason you don't understand. That's why I muted. But now it makes me stupid because I know that you don't understand, but still I'm trying to explain to you. I think that's a better explanation. E. Cool. A boot. Okay, guys, we have specific topics. I think some of you checked in the welcome message, but probably some of you guys didn't check. We are live on YouTube right now, and we have specific topics to have a conversation or a discussion.
Hello all.
Hello,
Good
Hello.
evening or good morning. So this is Vignesh. I spoke about some of the topics previously in this group. So the main topic which I like is the purpose of life. So
The
the
purpose
purpose
of
of life is always there. Everyone has some purpose in their life. The most important purpose of our life is to have empathy on fellow human beings and fellow animals, fellow lives that exist in this world. So that is the only thing that motivates everyone to live, to better the humanity, better um, the world which we live for our generation, next generation to pass through. So it's not about just live it and deplete it. It's not the case. We need to preserve our for our next generation, any life
Why do
to
you think
survive in
so?
this. So it's a primary purpose. If
Okay.
anyone have intention to deplete it, so the world would have been destroyed at um, much before.
Okay, but that
So
doesn't mean
life
that's the
exists still.
purpose.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
life
life
still
still
exists
exists,
because
but there are lives that didn't exist, don't exist right now. So that
yeah,
doesn't mean
somewhere
we will
extinct.
always survive, right? Maybe there will
Yeah,
be a point in the future that there won't be any humans living.
yeah. Yeah, it is possible, highly possible at some point of time, as dinosaurs lived someday and dominated the entire world, but it is extinct. So it can be anything can be possible, but you know, the human community still exists because the empathy and the empathy towards the fellow humans, fellow animals. I may not say animals because humans dominate the other creatures in this world. So at least we have empathy towards other humans a bit, not as much as before we had, but it's slowly reducing. But still, there are some people who um, have who provides or who supports other humans. So
Okay.
I
So
would
then
say,
what's the purpose of life again?
so the purpose of life is showing empathy towards the fellow life and help fellow people who are
But
suffering.
it sounds like this is your purpose.
Yeah, that is my purpose. But
No?
I'm teaching others. I'm
Okay,
not
you're saying
good.
that, hey guys, I have this purpose and you should have the same.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm following this purpose. You can also follow this one because
That's what I said. You're saying,
don't fight,
hey guys, I
don't
have
fight
this, you
this
should
one.
have the same.
It's not like that. I'm following this. If you like or if you see some good things, you can follow it. So if I see someone laugh, someone smile, it automatically gets to me, and I also smile even if I'm very tight, very moody. If I see a kid who is smiling and playing, my my moral get boost, and even I am feeling little bit free, and it catches me as well.
I
So
see. But so far, what you're saying is all about you. You're not speaking about something objective.
so the objective is, to help others. So that is the
That's
objective. So
you.
whatever
That's your objective.
small thing like spreading happiness or uh, just wiping out others' tears or just pat on.
Yeah, but that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that if I can see that, I can see, the entire humanity is boosting, but that is not happening now. So even some people is suffering. So the passerby is just go away, just doesn't care about any fellow people who are suffering.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
there are other people who think differently, right? Their purpose is different than your purpose.
sure. Anyone, if they have any other opinion, so any other purpose, so what purpose they are here? So can anyone answer why you are here? There should be some purpose in
There are a
everyone's
lot
life.
of people have a lot of purposes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And it's not even
I have.
important to what are those purposes are right now. But I'm just trying to point out that people have different purposes. That's all, and you know that. And
Yeah,
they might
definitely.
be like you. They might be saying, "Hey, man, I have this purpose. What about you? You also have the same one."
Yeah, someone had purpose, like their parents might be suffering, they were poor. So the purpose of someone's life may be, just get out of this poorness. Or
Or some maybe say, "Hey, wait a second. I should always think about myself. I should only care about myself, and this is my purpose. Doesn't matter how I behave other people. I'll just go for my own desires." So that can be the purpose also, right?
maybe, but that doesn't better any life, or
Really?
if you
Why
see the
not?
whole purpose, the whole scenarios. So
What's the
first
whole
of all, the
scenario?
purpose of human is they are born to develop their community. So for example, if a tiger is born, so it is born for some purpose to develop their community. So that was the first purpose, because some of the
First purpose.
creatures, yeah, some of the creatures were becoming extinct, or the numbers becoming low. So once they born, so their primary purpose is to develop their community, to
No, well,
extend
now
their
why we're
community.
talking about animals? So, look, we were talking about humans, right?
Yeah, I'm speaking. So the purpose may be different. So I'm speaking, we humans are evolved we are dominating. You know, I want to make sure, you know, all the things that our ancestors, the past, they have done. So it should not go wasted. So our humanity should evolve. So our past community, 1,000 or 1 million years back, still surviving. We should not make it extinct by wars or any other negative impacts. We fight ourselves. So it should not happen. We should have empathy towards fellow human. So that is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, but in the end, what you're saying is all about your desires. Okay, you want something and you say, "Oh, this is my purpose." You can't say that this is the whole purpose or this is a general purpose.
Yeah, it's a general purpose. Yes,
It
that's
is
right.
a general purpose. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
So everybody has a different purposes. If they wake up in the morning, they should have something in our mind. Okay. For example, I'm saying I want to learn something, or I want to have something in my life. So it should not be like I get up in the morning and just sleep in the night and do whatever I need, or there is no purpose of the day. So it starts from the day, each and every day. What's the purpose? I'm waking up this morning, so I may not wake up the next morning, but if I'm waking up, what I'm going to do today to better myself at least, rather than thinking better the whole community or humanity. So I want to better myself in this particular day, so that is my small purpose. So then we can think about the next purposes, the general, the whole purpose of life. So nowadays people won't have that, even the small purpose. Why I'm waking up this morning? They just go to work or come back from work, just sleep. There is nothing more. No, there is no care about their parents. I can see now there is no even one phone call they do for their parents. So that is not going to be good. So at least small things, just a phone call. How are you, mom? That would be very good. It will create a huge positive things in their mind, that they think, yeah, my children are still caring. So that small thing can boost humanity, not to the other people, just to their parents, if
I
they
mean,
show a little
okay.
empathy.
What's your name?
Vignesh, Vicky.
Vicky. Okay. Vicky. I think you're seeing the life only from your own glasses. When you
Yeah.
say this can result this, yeah, it might, but it's not for all people, right? It doesn't work for all people.
Yeah, each individual person has their own purpose. I'm not
Yeah,
denying
that's
that.
what I said.
Yeah, I agree to that completely. So my thing is, whenever I wake up, I want to make sure that um, I learn something. So I'm being in this community. I at least one time I speak about some topics that I like. So this group, I like it so much because um, this group, you are providing a platform for me to speak, and
It's
nobody
not
is
me.
breaking me. So somebody is calling me uncle. That's completely fine. Um, yeah, but the purpose of life is there.
Oh, what's that again?
Maybe I'm speaking like an Indian uncle, but that's what the purpose is. So if you don't have any purpose, then I'm not complaining anything about you.
Yeah, but it was never about there's no purpose. Like I always say, people have their own purpose.
Yes, I agree. Probably we
Muhammad,
can hear about from others. So what's their purpose in their life? So somebody can Rocky or Sunny, so they can explain what's the purpose, maybe their purpose.
what's the purpose of continuing this life? Why should you not put an end to all your troubles and just sleep in the rest when it's become so
Yeah,
complicated?
that
So hey, Muhammad, like that's a very shitty question. If someone was having such a life right now, they would be fucking here on Free for Talk in this room and listening to this conversation. So that means they're not there yet.
I want to say one thing. So even if you believe there is no purpose, your brain would create, small purposes without you believing in purpose. So I don't believe in purpose, but my brain, creates goals because evolutionarily we are programmed to have a purpose. So
Okay,
I don't
Rocky.
believe in free will, but my brain chooses, right?
Rocky, one more thing. Just make your mic a little bit further.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just popping. Yeah, go
So
on, go on.
we don't have to believe in something to act according to it. I don't believe in free will, but I act as if I have free will. I don't believe in purpose, but my brain creates its own purpose. You're evolutionary programmed to have free will. You're evolutionary programmed to have purposes.
Okay.
So when people say, "Oh, if you have no God, no purpose, why do you do anything?" You cannot do anything about it. Your brain would make you do things even if you don't want to.
Oh, yeah. Biology.
Yeah, biology.
Nature doesn't care about your so-called purpose. Hmm. Okay. A statement coming from Akash. Nature doesn't care about your so-called purpose. If that was on YouTube, I would just, make it clear on the screen. Uh, that's all. Purpose of life.
What is the purpose of life?
What is the purpose of life? This is a loaded
No,
question for me.
is that the question?
That was the question, yeah.
Hmm. Well, I would say life is not only meaningless but also absurd. So, in my opinion, we are just a temporary part of this eternal process, and having a purpose is pointless.
Having a purpose is pointless.
We are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. But I may sound like nihilist, but at the end, after chasing larger goals will somehow end up uh, the apex of the goal, and the it's pointless, right? Like we somehow reach the limitation of the goals. Yes, Spinoza God concept. Yes, like of course you can believe in Spinoza's God because it's more about reality, not the Abrahamic God.
Okay. So it's meaningless.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask one question, but it's not related to the topic.
Hmm.
I mean, it's related to the room's topic, but not the current topic.
Oh, okay. It's okay then.
So I want to ask, like, so for example, the hard atheists, right? They say absence of evidence is the evidence of absence. And the believers, even though there is no evidence, they still believe in God. So what do you think is more irrational, to disbelieve when there is absence of evidence, or to believe when there is absence of evidence?
I think it's more rational not to believe when there's no evidence.
No, but they're claiming there is. I mean, we know. So they are proposing knowledge, both of them.
Okay, so then we should, discuss about the evidence. Because when we say there's no evidence, they claim that there is evidence. Right? So that's the part we
No, from
disagree.
our perspective. I'm not saying from their perspective. From agnostic atheist perspective, when we say there is lack of evidence, right? And
Mhm.
we see hard atheists claiming there is no God, and we see believers claiming there is God. So from
Mhm.
our perspective, what do you think? Who are more irrational?
Since I'm an atheist, I think hard atheists are more rational here.
I'm not asking which people are more rational. I'm asking which position is more rational.
I think still like the atheistic position is rational.
Okay. Because sometimes people say, not believing in God and believing in God, like claiming there is no God and claiming there is God, are equally stupid. So I think they're not equally stupid.
Yeah, they're not.
Can I make a claim?
Sure.
Maybe it's not a fact, but I suppose, imagine this way, that for a tree, human is the most sensible species, right? For example, we have 6 senses, and we are the most sensible species to ever walk on this earth. And imagine this way: what if there exists a species which has more than 6 or 7 senses, having great understanding on the universe?
Maybe.
And why we shouldn't claim it as God for some matter?
Because
You know what?
like the way what you're
It,
saying is to me sounds like just alien.
oh yes. My point is, it's this, that you can't purely ignore the presence of God. God got different meanings.
Yeah, that's why
And
we shouldn't say God to other things also, because there's
oh
already
yeah,
a pollution. You're throwing one garbage into the field. You're making it more complicated by calling aliens God. If there's a living being in this universe, in this universe, to us,
mhm.
we already we have a name for them, alien, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then why we should call them God?
It's because, uh, how would I put this? Well, alien could be the right word. I didn't mention it as like it should be purely a god, but what if there exists a species which might have more than 7 senses,
Yeah.
having great understanding of the universe? Well, that's supposed to be the question.
They would be more advanced beings than us.
Hmm. Imagine you witnessing a blind and deaf person in front of you, and you knew what they're missing, right? Like uh, they will never knew how a missing sense would let them have only what could I say, limited understanding on what they're experiencing.
And
Hmm. The more the senses are, the more understanding on the experiences.
maybe that there's a correlation there, yeah.
But don't we have artificial machines that can do what natural senses can do? So how does it matter?
You say what?
For example, we cannot detect infrared by ourselves, right? But we have machines which can detect infrared. So there are many senses we don't have, but we have machines. So how does it matter if you have it naturally or not? If we have a way to detect it?
Well, I believe still that uh, still robots are incapable of uh, recognizing patterns like human does.
So you're talking about complexity of brain. You're not talking about senses, right?
Am I what?
When you're saying if we had more senses, we would be more progressed. I think you're trying to say if we had more complexity of brain,
No,
we
no,
would
no.
be more
I didn't
progressed.
mention the progress. I said if there is uh, the more the senses are, the more understanding you have towards experiences.
Experiences.
You say what?
Okay, experiences. What do you mean by that?
Experiences.
Yeah.
It's spot on. Like you can get it right. Like imagine a blind person experiencing the firecrackers. He might not see how it looks like, and he's missing the whole point. He could only hear the sound of the crackers, not the light.
Okay, okay, got it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like accepting that the same amount of intelligence, more sensory input or capacity, yeah, that could increase the understanding of this universe more. But and I think Rocky was trying to make the point that like machines can have like more sensors than we have, but that doesn't mean they understand better. So to be able to understand something, we need intelligence also. So it can be proportional. So when you say like, let's suppose there are some beings who have more senses, what if they have less intelligence than us?
Well, that's debatable, but it's a uh, it's a question of curiosity that uh, what if exist a species that has more senses human does? Um, if it has extra senses, then we they have a potential uh, to have uh, extra details on experiences.
He didn't claim, right, that if we have more senses, we have more knowledge. He claimed if we have more senses, we have more vivid experience.
Hmm.
That is true, I think.
Yeah.
For more knowledge, for more understanding of the universe, I think we need complexity to process those senses.
Hmm. Now imagine, like, imagine that I'm arguing with a blind and deaf person about experiences, and they no way. You know what? It's like this that I can't win an argument with them. That I have a greater experience than they do.
So you're
I don't know if
making
I make.
point from experience. I mean, I don't know. It's confusing between experience or knowledge. Like, what are we talking about? An understanding of the universe or vividness of
Oh
the
yes,
experience?
understanding of the universe, for that matter.
If we are talking about understanding of the universe, then I don't think senses matter because we could use, technology to catch the same things we can catch from our senses, and we can process through our brains. So we could have the same understanding with limited senses.
Mm, Rocky, like, imagine this way that I'm having an argument with a blind person about uh, experiences related to light, right? Like, if you want to dream, you need light for that matter. You can't dream without lights. So it's like when I have an argument about experience with a blind person, I can't win an argument. Like, I just be stubborn about my point in his perspective.
For
So it's like
example,
this.
we cannot see infrared, right? But we have machines that can see infrared. So the
Mm.
understanding of us and the bats who can see infrared is same. Even though we can't see it, we have machines who can see it. So we both know there is infrared. It doesn't matter if we cannot see it.
No. My claim is this: that people with extra senses have, greater attention to details than we do. Uh, Compare with blind person and deaf person, like they're still missing the frame, right? Like we knew that uh, the highest conscious species is human, and they have 6 senses. And if a human is missing one of the senses, they are missing the frame itself. Like they lack attention to details. All you can do is that, what could I say, that let them know that there is an extra sense that every human is experiencing. I don't know how to put this. Let me think.
What sense are you talking about? Because most part of physics is based upon things we cannot see, we cannot sense. Electromagnetic waves and so many things, space fabric and so many things we cannot see, we still understand. We still have equations that explains them. Why we need to see them?
Okay. Well, I have to make sure one thing, that what is the argument is about. Like, where do you find a flaw in what I say?
You're claiming having more senses would lead to better understanding, but I'm saying we could have the same understanding with technology with machines, with devices.
Let me do that.
Oh yeah.
Let me do that. Technology. Okay, go on. Sorry.
You know what? I think uh, we are not contradicting each other. It's like add-on. Well, if mission does that, like, it's okay. Like, I'm still saying the same thing. I'm not
If you would say
contradicting your
we have
point.
more vivid experience with more senses, okay. If you say we have more understanding, then no.
Okay. Then I think I have to phrase my words correctly. So it's like this.
Okay.
What my claim is this, that our question is supposed to be not God, whether God exists, because we have this infinite regression and we have to pay silence to those questions. Instead, we can ask this question, like, what if a species exists that has extra senses, and something like that. That could be a better question.
We have species who have senses we don't have. We have bats, we have dolphins. They're all species who have senses we don't have.
You're talking about the unique set of senses.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about the same. Like, we'll keep adding. So what could I say? You're right, man. That I want human to do so much research on it.
Even if we
I'm
have
not contradicting
capacity to
your
see
point. I'm
infrared,
supporting you. Like,
even if
I'm
we have capacity
advocating
to see
what you're saying.
electromagnetic waves, I don't think it would change anything. Take 4 more senses, see 4 more things, radioactivity, see everything. I don't think it would change anything.
You said if you see radioactivity, it won't change anything?
It would make our experience more vivid. I don't think it would change anything in our understanding of the universe.
Oh, the understanding of the universe. Okay, got it. Yeah, but like I think it could boost, right? I mean, so for example, to be able to understand those things, we needed to create machines, right? And it took some time. If we had all those senses in advance, then we wouldn't bother ourselves to create those machines. It would save a lot of time to understand more things about the universe.
Yeah, that could be a good argument. Yeah. Fine
One
argument.
question from my side. He is talking about 6th sense. What's 6th sense, actually?
Hey,
I mean, I think he misquoted 6. He meant 5.
No, I didn't misquote it. My point is literally advocating your point. We are not contradicting. Like, extra senses helps to have extra understanding on experiences, or it helps us measuring, for different parameters. It and it
But
at the
we have
same time.
tools for that. No, we already have tools for that.
Oh yeah, well, the tools is also an extra sense, right? Like, come on, like,
Yeah, yeah,
It's
we all
it's
have
still
it.
that's the
Yeah,
same
we
thing.
made the tools. Yeah.
Okay, just tell me where did I go wrong? I gave a statement and you're just advocating my point. Extra senses help to have extra understanding on experiences.
Yeah,
Where you
only
find
understanding.
flaw? Where you find flaw when I say that?
We used an understanding of universe previously, so
Oh yeah, well, it's still the same, right? Like,
when you say experience, we cannot experience what machines experience. But if you have it naturally, you could experience it. So you could say extra senses would make your experience more vivid. That's okay.
Machines
okay,
can experience. Can it?
yes, even I doubt that.
No,
Yeah.
cannot, I said, not can.
No, I'm asking you. Machines can experience. Do you have any?
I said you cannot experience what machines see, right? You cannot experience infrared. Machine can detect it. You cannot experience it in the way you see
No,
things.
machine is just using the tool, what we put on it. He's not experienced as a conscious
I mean,
being.
what machine?
I don't think he meant that, Akash.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe
I'm sorry.
maybe he used the word, but I don't think he meant that.
Oh, okay, okay, fine.
Okay. Praveen says if you find new species who has unique senses will help us understand life, universe better. Maybe yeah, maybe.
Maybe is the right word.
Well, again, like if they have the senses to catch X-ray, it wouldn't help us because we already detected them, right, with the machines. So it depends on what kind of senses they have, what they detect with those senses. That's more important. Since we don't know, the answer will be maybe. Okay, okay. Soulflix, what about God? Are you an atheist?
Mm, I'm agnostic.
Agnostic believer or agnostic non-believer?
Uh, agnostic believer.
Believer, cool. That sounds cool. So
It's this
believe
that if you ask me, do you believe in existence of God? I would say not yet.
not yet means you don't believe.
It's because of. Anyways,
So then it means you're an agnostic non-believer.
okay. How do I? Okay, what is the literal meaning when I say I'm agnostic and I'm a believer?
It means you don't know whether any God exists or not, but you believe that a God exists.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What if my definition is different? Like,
Definition of what?
like I don't know if God exists or not, but I believe there might be a species that might have extra senses.
That doesn't say anything about God.
Okay.
At
So
least the gods
what
that
I'm
we know from those big religions.
what I'm
Actually, we are very lucky. There is very less possibilities in the universe. Aliens like more intelligent than us. This kind of species can exist. So I don't know.
tell him don't kick me. Okay. Well, you got a request from a
That's weird.
participant of your
I'm
room.
not even able to kick.
Mm.
Okay. Why the hell is that? Let me refresh. Bum, bum. Okay, I don't see anymore. She's the god. Who?
You're not able to kick, no? Transfer.
Yeah, I was not able to kick. She's still in the room?
No, I cannot see.
Yeah, I cannot see also.
You kicked her 3 times, I guess.
What?
It's not like you have kicked her 3 times. Philosopher has kicked Fiona.
Is that because of frustration?
Oh, no.
Aiden.
I think that was a glitch because when I kicked for the first time, she was there. And I was like, wait
Oh.
a sec, and I misclicked. And I tried it again. It didn't work. Because it
Yeah,
was
it's
like 3 times. Okay.
It's a God created glitch.
I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Jack?
What's your best evidence for God, Alpha?
Quran.
That's
Quran.
only that was written by men.
Quran is the best evidence for.
Quran is written by men. I said I want the evidence of God.
No. It was not written by man. It was written by Allah.
Really?
Evidence for that.
Damn.
Alpha.
So Allah was a writer.
The messages were coming from Allah.
Evidence
Oh
for
my
that,
goodness.
Alpha.
Sorry?
Evidence for that.
Yeah, Quran is the evidence, yeah.
How come? I have a book. It
Okay.
says that Quran is fictional. And if you ask me, hey, what was your evidence? Okay, the same book. It says that Quran is fictional. So that means it's a
For me,
good evidence?
for me, Spider-Man and every Marvel character is a guard. How about that?
No, don't talk anything about Batman. Batman is real.
Okay,
Oh, really?
so Bulldog.
Okay, yeah, I claim.
Okay, answer this, Alpha. If the Quran was written by God, why did God say the sun sets in muddy water? We know that the sun doesn't set in muddy water, right? And don't say it doesn't say that. It does say that.
Listen,
I'm
Bulldog.
listening.
Okay, share this that script with me. Yeah.
Okay, Phil, I'm gonna predict something. He's gonna say it doesn't say that.
No, I didn't say it. It didn't say that. I'm just saying to you, share.
Yeah, but I'm predicting what you're gonna say.
Allah
I
said.
already know you're gonna say that's not what it says. Show me the website.
Yeah, you need to share something
I will.
when you bring a topic here. You have to share.
Okay. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring some evidence. Okay. And you're not gonna like it. And you're gonna say it doesn't say what it says. There we go. There's one. I'm gonna bring lots of evidence.
Isn't the case as you had shown the same thing many times to him?
I know.
Okay.
We're just going through. I know, Phil. I know the feeling.
Okay. Then why he pretends as if he never had seen?
Because that's all he's got.
Because he is blind by Allah.
Look, he likes to lie for Allah. Right now, there's the Quran verse. Although I went to a different website because you said the other Quran.com was written by atheists, and so I thought, well, I'll go to a different one because they can't be all written by atheists, surely. So anyway, can you read that verse there? But there's a funny thing, Phil. It doesn't matter what website you go to, they all say the same thing. right? So, because but Alpha always pretends that all of these websites are written by atheists,
All of them.
and I find it
Okay.
amazing that,
Did he
so
bring any
there's-
website that he thinks that it was
no,
written by an atheist?
Good question, Phil. No, the answer is no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first
'cause
of all, he has a burden of proof, no? He's claiming something, so he has to give the proof first.
Yeah, I know, but see, Phil asked, does he ever give you a website to counteract it? And the answer is no, Phil. He won't give me no Muslim website. So it doesn't matter. You can give him a dozen Muslim websites, and he says they're all made by atheists.
That's the biggest conspiracy of our century. Then all
I
Qurans
know.
are written by atheists on the internet.
Yeah. I tell you what, I wonder if they would. Do you think would they give him the death penalty for saying that? Do you think so, Phil? Because like they've got pretty strict rules in the Muslim world, and I think if he went to like some mosque and he goes, "Oh, Quran.com, it's bullshit. It's written by atheists." Do you think that they would kill him?
No, they shouldn't.
No, I didn't ask you if they should or shouldn't. I asked you, would they?
I don't know. I don't know their motives.
Well, anyway, that's just two things what I've shown. I've got 200 of them, but I don't want to bamboozle him with too many. Can you press him on this where the sun sets in muddy water? Because that's a funny way of saying, like it's almost like Allah doesn't know anything about the sun.
Okay. So do you think that like people need to take every sentence literally in the book
Well,
of
so
Quran?
that means but Allah's not like he's the go-to man for science, right? Like if you want to know something, that Allah, because Allah doesn't talk in riddles. He's not a poet, he's not a joker. So you got to take it literally.
Okay, but like there's a big difference between poetic and jokery, humorous, whatever the word. I mean, like even the scientist person can say something in a poetic way. That doesn't mean he's
No,
joking around.
no, scientists don't talk like that.
Really?
No, I've never
So
heard it.
if a scientist says, "Hey, you are," well, let me think about it.
Now, Phil, he's got the BRB on his icon, right? Now, when he
Oh,
takes
let's
that
check it.
BRB off, I'm going to predict. I'm a better prophet than Muhammad, right? I've already predicted one thing. I'm going to predict another thing. He's going to say, "I got to go now."
Okay.
All right, all right, and then I want you to elevate me to Prophet Jack, right? Because this is
Okay.
what he does every time, right?
Okay, Prophet Jack. Which God
And
you believe in?
no, not professor, prophet. All right, all right. I don't want to be like second-rate citizen. I want to be Prophet Jack because there's a lot of big rewards being a prophet, especially a bullshit prophet. I still want my question answered about the sun setting in muddy water. Yeah, I'm not going to let him off the hook.
Why the
and I know
hell you have this amount of hope, Jack? You ask the same question every time.
well, because he gives me the same stupid answers every time.
But then why then you have the hope to get not stupid answer this time?
Because I like to make him look stupid because he is
Oh,
stupid.
that's your purpose. Okay.
Ah, now you got it. See, one day he's going to look into the mirror and he's going to say to himself, "Gee, I was stupid all my life, right?" And Jack kept telling me this, and I didn't believe him, but now I do. So this could be a good thing. This could be like a rude awakening.
Okay.
That's my purpose. So, because he did say like, Allah wrote the Quran, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't think he did.
Again,
You
like,
know, and
there is one point to push, and then he's not trying. I don't understand why. You can't say that God cannot speak in a poetic way, since all Muslims
No,
believe that this is the best, book ever written in a unique language. They don't say it's poem, but that it's way better than any poem. That's according to them. So if that's such a book, then it's normal to see something metaphorical.
yeah, see, he gets everything wrong, and when I correct him, this is when he goes like he either goes, "I got to go now," or he puts the BRB sign up, but he's there listening. By the way,
No, I'm
he's
trying
listening
to
to
help
everything.
him. Maybe he will be right back. But
No,
that's the
no,
thing, Jack.
I
Again,
told
like,
you, you'll be calling me Prophet Jack tomorrow. I'm telling you what he's going to do. I've already made my predictions, right, just to prove my prophecy.
okay.
All right, my prophecy is he's not going to answer the question, right, and he's not going to tell us anything about the sun setting in muddy water, or this was an atheist website.
Yeah,
Right?
let's ask another question. Why the hell an atheist is trying to answer that question?
You come up with a good question. I know it's so stupid, but see, you got a stupid book, so I got stupid questions. Now I've made my prediction, right?
Okay.
And you're all here witnessing what's going to happen, right? So let's see which one of my predictions. Let's see if it comes true.
I don't understand one more thing. He jumped in the room. He immediately wanted to ask you or
Yes,
speak
yeah.
to you. If that's what
Yep.
he does always, what's the
Yep,
fucking
correct.
point? Is he enjoying that?
No, look. He's like a little boy. He's got a little brain because he's like he never learns his lesson. You know what I mean? Like he wants to win one time, but he's never win one, not even once. Right? That's why he keeps coming into rooms going, "Oh, one day I'm going to be."
Stubbornness. Okay, I got that. I got my answer. Anyway.
Yeah.
Outdoors, Praveen, and same other people. Maybe it's time to recreate. Let me check the time. Okay, let's create again.
No, not yet, Phil. Give it 5 more minutes just in case, because
5
Alfred,
minutes.
he'll say you ran away and I had the answer.
You guys can still wait. Here is something for you. I'll be in the next room.
All right, I'm coming in there, Phil.
Okay, I cannot wait for him. Okay. Ahmed Zaki. Ooh. And well developed breasts, companions of equal age. Bum, bum. B. BB. B B B B B B B B B B B B B. Hi B. Mm. Okay. I don't understand. Amen. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we've lost him. But anyway, he got the mic. Here's D2. And here's Akash. It was coming. Tanish. I can't read the name. And ever, never, ever, you won't embrace Islam. Okay, maybe he does. And the Derek. Ooh. Wee J. Hey, Wee J. What a cool picture. Wee J. Bum 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 bum. Wendy. How are you, man? Wendy.
Good. What
Passion.
about you?
I'm okay. A little bit bored because I don't see people here to talk about these topics. People are just randomly joining. Developer. Lina. Samir. Okay. Many people, and there are no speakers. Yashika. Yash. Ella. Machu Picchu. What's that name? Man, it became too small. I can't read anything. Machado. Okay. Many people here. We have specific topics. God, atheism, agnosticism, morality, afterlife, soul, existence of religions, purpose of life. And can be even related to these topics. Okay. Someone tested the mic. That was audible. You should know that. That was
Yeah,
audible.
hi.
Hey.
Where are you from?
Dragon, I'm from heaven.
Yeah, I'm Dragon.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I said I'm from heaven.
Heaven.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's
I
very
am
nice.
from. Huh?
It's very nice, yeah.
Yes, I'm from Pakistan.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So did you see our topics here?
Topic.
No, you didn't.
YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube.
Yeah, this is live on YouTube, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Very, very nice.
Okay.
Those guys are your friends.
Oh, yeah, some of them.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. The believer shall be given in paradise such as and such strength in intercourse. It was said, O Messenger of Allah, and will he be able to do that? He said, he'll be given the strength of 100. Ooh, 100 people. Okay, people. No one wants to talk about these. What the hell are we doing here then? Oh, it's becoming boring. RC. People. They only want to listen. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Bum 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 ba 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 da da dum. Let's check it out. Sagar. Sagar. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, maybe I will end. We are not able to find the people. Maybe that should be the end. Da-da-dum. Susan. Dun, 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 dun.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi. Hello.
hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm okay. A little bit bored. How about you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Cool.
Okay. So, um, what's going on was the topic of your conversation.
No one is talking right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They don't want to talk, maybe.
Okay.
Who don't wanna talk? I'm here only. I'm ready to talk.
You're ready to talk. Oh, cool. Then why you were
Yeah.
talking?
What is the topic today? Let me know.
We have many topics if you read the welcome message.
Okay, let me check. But
Yeah.
that's topic you wanna discuss on it.
Yeah, these are the topics.
Hmm? Sorry, I didn't get it.
You don't get it?
Which topic you wanna discuss about it? Let me know.
Doesn't matter. Like, it's up to you.
It's not. It's not on me only.
If you want to talk, you can choose one of those topics. Those are my favorite topics. Doesn't matter which one you want to talk.
Okay. Give me a second, please.
Okay, she doesn't want it. Okay, it's okay. We have Yusuf. We have Jesus. We have Rajan Kumar. We have Susan. Let's see if they want to talk or not. Rocky keeps typing. They would be.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, I'm okay. How about you?
I'm fine.
That's all, I think. Yeah, that's all. Ba, 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 bum. Okay. Okay, this is not the day. I'm leaving, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the people who supported on YouTube also today.
They are not talking.
They're not
What
talking.
do
That's why I
they-
got bored and I'm leaving.
Yeah, even I'm getting bored. Why they are not talking?
Why are you not asking the same question to yourself?
Well, guys, oh, hello. I am new here and I don't know what's going on here. So that's why I am not talking.
Even I have joined after a long time, so I'm just not getting just exploring the things. So that's why my mind is stuck.
You don't need to explore anything to talk, right? I mentioned the topics.
Yeah,
And if you want, if you like
God,
those topics, you just talk.
existence of religions.
Yeah. What else? Like, are you waiting to start a conversation? If you know the topics, okay. If you have desire to talk about those, then that's enough. But anyway, I already lost my interest.
Okay.
I should end the stream on YouTube. Bye bye. See you guys on YouTube.